online, especially kwa BNN, people always say that Emily is the bad one, yako na roho mbaya. Yani kuna kuanga na so many stories.
But you know, it's the kind of vibe that even that page tries to portray.
You raggedy piece of...
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this publication are those of the authors and do not form a conclusive opinion for BNN. The assumptions made within the reporting and analysis are based on information provided to me by afflicted parties and are not made by BNN with any intention of defaming or demeaning anyone's character mentioned in this episode.
I'm not even trying to sound big-headed, but you should already know who I am right now, so let's get to the tea. On the 23rd of November 2021, Peter Kabi Wajesus introduced the world to his daughter Abby, or at least he introduced East Africans and Kenyans to his daughter Abby. Now you may be sitting there clapping your hands thinking, oh my gosh, thank God, look at him acknowledging his daughter, the same daughter that he once denounced to the whole world. I'm just gonna need you to hold your applause because I'm about to drop some cold, hard facts, fresh from Antarctica. He did all of this without the consent of Abby's mother. Abby's mother, you know, the same woman who carried her for 9 months, the same woman who became a single mother when he decided to run off and not be a part of that child's life at the age of 2. The same woman who had to go to Edgar Obare to expose him for being the father of her child because he was ignoring her for a year straight when she wanted him to be a part of her daughter's life. Yeah, that mother. And how do I know this? Because she messaged BNN and said that she was so disheartened at the fact that 1, this was the first time that he was meeting his daughter, and 2, she had already agreed with him that he was not going to post their daughter on his YouTube page. And he went ahead and did it anyway. And then after BNN posted this, because let me tell you something, honey, we were shocked, gooped, gagged, the house down, boot. We didn't know what was going on because why would you, as someone who's never been in your child's life, decide that, you know what, I don't care what the mother of my child says, I'm gonna go against her wishes and post my daughter on my YouTube page? He decided on the 24th of November 2021, a day after posting that video, to sling his big forehead on Eve Mungai's no edges having ass YouTube page and speak a bunch of manipulative half-truths. And I know some of you guys are sitting there like, oh my God, what did the evil guy do? Listen, when I'm out here on this page doing a pra-ta-ta-ta and shooting bullets, if you get hit by a stray, that's actually on you. Let's just get down to fact. I sat here on BNN with my long horse face looking at and said that I was Edgar Obare's sword, which means if anyone is going to come for Edgar Obare, you are going to catch this read. No matter how you flip it, reverse it, and remix it, Eve, the host of that YouTube channel, she was low-key coming for Edgar. Don't care, listen. You was high-key coming for Edgar. The difference is that you were using sophisticated, underhanded shade. But over here on this side of the internet, we just use shade. So catch this shade. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's just concentrate on the interview that you, Lord Don't Care, leader of the big forehead gang, had with no edges. Pathetic attempt to clear your name. Let's talk about this interview right now, okay? You said that the reason you did all of this because you didn't want your daughter to feel like she was a secret. You wanted your daughter to be like, you know what? I want you to know that I love you, I care about you, and you know what? She probably sits there and wonders, well, why do you show your son and not me on your YouTube page? Let me tell you why that is a load of fallacies, or shall I say feces, because that is what is spewing out of your mouth. You do not need to post your daughter on your page to gain views and eventually earn revenue, because that view right now, guys, let me just tell you, that video alone has 194,000 views. That's 194,000 views that video has gained in 4 days. 4 days. Do you think I'm stupid? And on top of this, what really makes me sick to my stomach, what really makes me it just sits really bad in my soul, is the fact that this was the first time this man met his daughter face to face in 5 years.
This is all wrong.
And he decided to do it on the internet. He could have waited. I just want to remind you guys that a more Christian and sane man would have waited. But that is not the kind of man that this guy is. What this man is a clout chaser of the highest degree. You're out here talking about she's not a secret to you. She was a secret to you when you posted that disgusting video claiming that, one, she could not be the daughter. You implicitly told people, the general public, that there was no way this girl could be your daughter because the woman who is claiming that she is the mother of your child was your cousin.
The lady you see on this photo is called Shiko. Shiko is my cousin. The baby that we took this photo with is called Abby. Abby is my niece.
And then, guys, this guy, he really thinks we're stupid, you know. He really thinks that we're backwards. This guy tried to justify the fact that, you know, they're not cousins by saying that, you know, we're not first cousins, we're second cousins.
Kabi, hatujaipata mtu atatuelezea you and the mom ni cousins, yani the relationship ni gani? Hatujajua kama ni first cousins ama ni wale cousins wa mbali ama ni aje? Hatujajua.
Well, I don't know vile inaweza sema, but guka ya mama Abby na guka yangu are the ones that are brothers. So
it's not your dad and na babake.
No. It's guka ya mama Abby na guka yangu ndio brothers. So it's like different gukas. So sisi kuna boma yetu yenye sasa mimi niko na my own cousins in my family na yeye ako sasa na kwao. Yeah, but that's how we are related.
Sweetheart, a cousin is a cousin is a cousin. I have a heart. I can commend you for saying that it wasn't right, because he did say that on No Edge's channel. He said that, you know what? I slept with my cousin, it wasn't right, but we're not first cousins. Why do you need to say that? Why do you feel the need to say that? As born again, as the man that you say that you are, you should have just come on your platform and said, you know what, I slept with my cousin, it wasn't right, but now this daughter is here and it is what it is. No, you decided to do damage control after BNN posted that you put your daughter up on your platform without the knowledge of the mother of your child. You guys agreed to this. It was an agreement. And by the way, guys, he actually agreed to it in the video. I mean, he did a little bit of dancing around the subject, but he agreed. He said that, yes, I did say, he didn't say yes, but he basically implied that, you know what? We did agree that I wasn't supposed to post her, but I just wanted my daughter to know that I love her.
Reach out to Mama Abby as usual. And Mama Abby niliona pale akisema, I'm shocked sana, you've not yet agreed, mtoto akue online. Then pia mafans pale wanasema unataka kutumia mtoto, but hiyo, unataka kutumia mtoto kuleta do online. Yani kulikuwa na a lot of mixed reactions.
I think that mixed reaction is warranted. Wacha ikue. Because, you know, mimi, as long as mtoto ameingia kwa life yangu, na vile nimekuambia, I want her to know that she's not a secret. She's not, ayuko mahali kando ametengwa, wanajionesha nanga hivi. Imagine mtu yake grow up anashangaa, why am I not on daddy's channel? Why does akijiuliza, is my daddy not proud of me? I want her to know that her dad is proud of her. And Abby, yani, I want you to know, when you grow up and you get to watch these things, just know that your father is a proud father, and I love you so much. This girl is lovable. If you meet this child, if you interact with her, she's just an amazing soul. So sisi kama watu wazima tunaweza kosa kuagree, but mimi, I will work on the relationship between me and my daughter.
So you haven't agreed with Mama Abby? Yeah, mtoto akue online.
You see, it's very sad that Mama Abby atasema ati haja agree mtoto akue online, while she's the one who comes up with all these stories every time akitaja Abby. Have you ever seen me mention Abby in bad light?
No, actually the first time we mention Abby ilikuwa ile kwa bag. Yes. Ile ya Denzo,
yes,
the bag.
Kwa bag kwa Denzo ndio nilisema nachukulia mtoto wangu bag. Na eti hiyo itakuwa shida. So me I'm like, sasa wewe ukikuja kumention, you are talking things like, huyu Kabi anajifanya na sijui ati ana stress mtoto. Unajua hizo vitu, hutaki mtu yeye grow up aanze kuona hizi vitu. Let's not mention the child for our own selfish gains. Eti ndio unataka ku get back at me because I was not there for 7 years. Please, to sahau hiyo ilipita, let's now move forward.
And now we're going to get on to the next subject that really annoys me. Abby is 7 years old. She's a child, guys. 7 years of age. This man manipulated his audience, his Christian audience, might I add, by saying, oh my gosh, my child is so bright, my child is so this, my child is so this. She knows about media, she knows who I am, she knows about all of this, she wants to be famous, I don't know what. I'm not disputing the fact that Abby is not an intelligent, bright child, because I believe it. But he's using that as a manipulative, underhanded excuse to say my child is aware of who I am in the media, my child wants to be famous, my child wants to be a brand, and therefore I will do that for my child because that's what she wants. Sweetheart, she is 7 years old. 7. You could just do a quick Google search and see the ramifications of what social media or media in general or stardom does to children. It has horrible mental effects on them as they grow up. But no, you don't care about that. You just care about the clout. And then this guy said that he was gonna open up an Instagram page for his 7-year-old child and have some of his people manage it. The absolute audacity. You was not there in the trenches, and now you want to profit off of your child. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I see right through you like I see through clear glass. So when you start managing this page of your daughter and start getting endorsements, where is the money gonna go? Because I know it's not gonna go to your daughter. Is it gonna go to the mother of your child who you ignored for 5 straight years? Is it gonna go to her? No, where the money's gonna go is gonna go to you. And you can actually not sit here and say I'm a hater of these guys. Guys, I'm actually not. I'm not a hater. I promise you I'm not. I used to be an avid supporter of this family. For years, I used to follow them because I thought that they were the real deal until this story came out, and I was like, great, another devil pretending to be a man of the cloth. Let me tell you something, I will call a spade a spade. In the video, he encouraged men that, hey, it doesn't matter what happens, if you find out later in life that you are the father of a child, when you get into that child's life from day one, be 100%. I commend him for that. That I commend him for. There were actually a lot of positive things this man said, and that is one of them. Guys, please listen to him. When you find out that you are the father of someone's child, go in 100%. But, and it's a big one. It's a big butt that's bigger than his and his wife's forehead. It is bigger than No Edge's receding hairline. He said all of this for clout because the fact still remains that he went out of his way in that video to make the mother of his child seem like a bitter baby mother. So let's get on to that, shall we? The topic of school fees. So this man, sorry, I'm actually not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name anymore. I refuse to. I think saying his name actually makes me want to be sick in my mouth. And I can't, if I vomit in this YouTube video, I can't edit it out. Let me just not say his name, please. It actually might give me bad luck, and I don't need bad luck. Everything was going well in my life. I don't need it. This man got onto the YouTube page of No Edges and said, you know what? At first, I was paying half the school fees, and then after a while, I was paying all of the school fees. He also tried to discredit the mother of his child by saying, you know what? She actually has 2 other kids with another guy who's now her husband. I don't know why that's relevant. Did you expect the husband to take care of your child? But we're gonna get onto that in a second because he brought that up multiple times, guys. We're gonna get onto that in a second. He said that he's decided to pay half of the school fees, and then after a while, he just paid all of them. In fact, he moved his daughter from one school to a better school. Okay, how about a round of applause for you doing what a father is supposed to do? But that's neither here nor there. The point is, guys, and I want you guys to really listen to me, the courts are the one who ordered him to pay half of the school fees.
Hi guys, it's Editing Kenya Fiona here, and I just wanted to say that the court judgment says that he's responsible to pay for all of his daughter's education expenses, not halfway the way he puts it in the video, so he lied.
And that's all them courts asked him. They didn't even ask him to pay child support, nothing. Just what's really shiesty about this whole situation, by the way, shiesty isn't a swear word. Shiesty is basically a word that you use for someone who's devious, like a used car salesman or a con man. What was really shiesty about this whole situation is that the second he found out that he was the father and the internet was rightfully so clowning him, he tried to file for full custody of a child that you have not been a part of their life for 5 years, knowingly. full custody of a child that you got on your platform, and you delete the video. You think we don't know the video? Let me just insert the video.
This picture, the lady you see on this photo is called Shiko. Shiko is my cousin. The baby that we took this photo with is called Abby. Abby is my niece. So everyone was wondering, how can someone say that you are the father to your cousin's child? So I just say this is online. So sorry about that. We go through this a lot. After a few minutes, then another photo surfaced. This photo of my nephew, my cousin, another cousin. This is my aunt's kid called Jasmine. And on the photo I wrote, we just got her home.
It's actually the first photo
on my Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
So they went down and took that photo of that innocent child again and said, this is the child. This Jasmine, I was so happy because I was given the mandate to name the child. And I took auntie, we went with auntie home, and I said, we just got her home. This other baby from my cousin, I know her. This photo we took together with my elder cousin, whom I respect.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, that's my child as well. So those are two children being used just because we took photos or I posted their photos online.
Or because they want to run a story.
Or because someone wants to run a story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this other lady is another photo that I saw of people saying that this is my ex. This is my other cousin, Ruth,
Mm-hmm.
who we were in town and thought, let's take a photo. And we posted that photo. And now she's also my wife. So I know it's funny, but it's not for the other case, for the other parties.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine, this cousin Shiko, she is married with two children, Abby and another child. Why would someone want to put an innocent child in such light? It's so unfortunate that we had to drag these children, we had to drag my family into this just for a name. Even my own family was asking, hii mambo mnafanyanga online isikuwe mnatafuta clout na kitu kama hiyo. It's a very sensitive matter. And I want to say to my family right now, we are not after any clout. This is not a story we are bringing out for any fame or anything like that.
Yeah.
We are not that kind of people.
It's not us.
It's not us.
That is even to our fans. Someone who might think, hey, okay, squeezy, what wanna go extra miles? No, that is not us. We don't even know the person calling themselves cousin to Shiko that amesema that whole story. Because I'm like, I know this family. I've met them before, but what is this that I'm hearing about? Honestly, for me, it was so shocking. I was like, what do you mean? Like, Mbaka, I had to come and ask Kabi, like, love, what are people talking about online?
Don't cry.
No, I don't want to cry.
Niece.
Full custody of a child that you denounced on national internet. You got onto Jesus' internet and denounced your child, knowing full and damn well that she was your child, and then tried to file for full custody. Did you guys know that? Of course you guys don't know. You know what? People forget. We're not actually going to sit here and forget. And then, do you know what was really annoying about this whole situation was he tried to hire an MP as his lawyer, allegedly. And this MP or the lawyer that he had hired was also friends with the judge, allegedly. And usually when something like that happens, you should recuse yourself as a lawyer because it's conflict of interest. But this is Kenya, and we know if you've got enough money, you've got enough clout, you can get away with almost anything. Or how about the time that he edited his lawyer's credentials during this whole situation to make himself look good? This is a born-again Christian, by the way, and this is why it sits in my stomach so bad, because I know that some of you are going to sit here and be like, you know what, you should forgive and forget. No, miss me with that. I'm real, okay?
Okay.
What really annoys me about him is that he utilizes the fact that his fan base are Christians. And we all know that Christians are the most faithful people. As long as you are preaching the word of the Lord and seemingly look like you are following God's plan, then They will follow you through thick and thin. And I'm not sitting here saying that he hasn't done good in this world. I'm saying that I feel like a majority of all the good that he claims to have done has all been for clout. And the second he realized that all the good that he has done is making him money, generating him some sort of wealth and giving him some sort of clout, he played it up to the cameras. And I see right through you. BNNKE sees right through you. But the BNN nation, we really do see right through you. Actually, guys, can I just say that every time someone posts a negative comment about this man on that YouTube video, he deletes it. I wonder why. I wonder why. Do you know what's so weird is I don't know why during the time when he and Millie and, you know, the mother of his child, when they went to court, he pushed for full custody, and the mind boggles. I actually don't understand it. Please, guys, help me understand why a man who has denounced his daughter for years on end decided to go and push for full custody. What would you have done if you had full custody of your child? You don't even spend that much time with your own child. And you know what? That's not shade, that's just a revelation. I'm just saying that, you know what, you have the money to have a nanny so that you can jet off to this country and that country and not have to take your child with you. I'm not shading you for that, okay? If you've got the money to do it, do it. I'm just trying to figure out why you'd want to take your child from her biological mother for yourself. Why were you pushing for full custody? I'll put allegedly out there, but that he was pushing for full custody. He didn't get it, the custody was 50-50. That's why that happened. He pushed for full custody, he didn't get it, so it was 50-50. And that is why it's 50-50, guys. Last but not least, let's move on to the topic of you and no edges. No edges implicitly and you explicitly blaming BNNKE for the image and the hate that your wife Millie gets. Unfortunately for you, a lot of my UK and American followers were introduced to you because I did a read. And in that read, I remember saying something to the effect.
And for those of you who got online and decided to put all the blame on his wife, I promise you, believe me when I say this, you are worse than herpes on a prostitute's dry.
And it's really annoying that I have to take that back. Let me explain to you one thing for the one time. The mother of your child sent in something to BNNKE to prove that actually at the age of 2, this was around the time that you decided to fly off and have nothing to do with your daughter Abby. And it was after that that you had no, and I mean no, access to your daughter after all. Now, according to the mother of Abby, you denounced the fact that you were the father after that whole situation, after Millie had visited her, which means Millie been knew. Now, I'm not saying that you cheated on Millie with this woman, like, I don't think that's not the case. We have already stated that that is not the case. My point is that I got here on my platform and I said that Millie was the innocent one when actually Millie is the evil stepmother. And imagine if you did get full custody. She probably would have treated her like Cinderella.
I forgot to also add that Kabi's cousin Ruth, she got onto her platform and said that we, the public, should forgive him and forget, and he has been using that and riding that till the cows come home, till the sales fall off, to sanitize himself.
But this is it. Kabi alikosea. Ni sawa. I cannot call myself a Christian. I cannot say that I pray for people and I'm trying to preach the gospel of Jesus and trying to show Jesus is forgiving and loving and come to him, you know? And then at the same time, I'm here condemning my cousin. Alikosea. Yes, Kabi alikosea. Millie walikosea. But they came out and asked for forgiveness. And who are we? Some of us mumeja chuki sana kwa roho zenu. Oh, nini. Whatever reasons they're doing or whatever they're doing, misawa. For whatever reasons we think or you think that they're doing and taking Abby and putting her online and whatever, for whatever reasons y'all think they're doing it, misawa, haituhusu.
You try to portray Mama Abby as a bitter woman. Facts are facts. You tried to portray her as a bitter woman. And let's be really honest. If I had a baby with a man And then at the age of 2, all of a sudden, he gets a woman and then he denounces the paternity of my child. Let me tell you something. For 5 years, I would have been bitter. I would have been festering that bitterness. The fact of the matter remains is that your daughter knew who you were because her mother was nice enough to not lie to her. Her mother was nice enough to say that, yes, this is your father. And for 5 years, your daughter grew up watching you and your wife and your son become a full-fledged family. That is why your daughter sits there and asks, why am I not on your YouTube channel? And then you use that to your advantage to be able to exploit her on your page. And you're going to continue exploiting your daughter for your own gain. Where's that money going to go? It's going to go to you, and it's going to go to your forehead, and it's going to go to Millie's disrespectful, evil stepmother ass. That's where it's gonna go. You call BNN and Edgar Obare and anyone who's affiliated with that page haters and toxic because we are the ones who broke that news. But Edgar Obare is the one who took pity on the little person time and time again and exposed you for the charlatan that you were. That's why I did a read on you the first time, because I was so disheartened that a man that I looked up to had done something like this. You are literally textbook toxic rich guy, if that makes sense. You are the baby father who has money, who all of a sudden comes back into his child's life. You have all the money and you have all the power, and you can say whatever you want to say in your platform or to news outlets about the mother of your child, about the situation that you have, because you have the upper hands, because you have built this persona, you have built this platform on over years. And what's really upsetting about this whole situation is you built this platform based on the fact of Christianity, Christians who are the most loyal. Listen, next to Muslims, Christians are so loyal. And anytime you do something stupid, anytime you do something backwards, anytime you go online and spew a bunch of media PR feces that you did on No Edge's page, they will have your back. They will say forgive and forget. Even though you got onto that page to try and make the mother of your child seem like a bitter woman. I would have been bitter if you had denounced my child for 5 years. The only reason you decided to do a DNA test, let's be really real, is because BNN posted that you were the father of this woman's child who just so happened to be your cousin. You had 7 years to do a DNA test. You became predominantly famous when your child turned 4. You could have done a DNA test then, and you decided not to. Was it Millie? Probably, because before I wouldn't have blamed her, but I'm going to blame her too. Both of you are culpable. Both of you are snakes. You are the snake that tempted Eve, and Millie, you are Jezebel. And let me tell you something. I know a lot of people assume that Jezebel is like a whore. That's not what I'm calling her in that way. Jezebel in the Bible was a woman who manipulated a man into going against his beliefs. And from my understanding, from the ages of 2, you were a present father. And then Millie came into your life and you decided not to become a present father. How about you tell us why you decided not to be in your child's life after that? He won't tell us, guys, and there is a reason for that. And on top of that, yesterday, because I'm recording this on the 27th of November, yesterday he decided to post a video saying that he no longer wants to be bitter, he no longer wants to be petty, sweetheart. The only time we are going to accept something like that is if you and the mother of Abby sit down and post a video. But that's not going to happen because you are a shysty man who spews feces and pretends to be a man of the cloth when really you are just as basic as the rest of us. Just be real. I'm basic, I'm real about it. I am shady, I am nice, and I'm basic. That's me. Just say that's you. Just be real about it. Because I'm sick and tired, baby girl. I'm tired. I've had it up to here. How many times do we have to hear these lies? You come into your child's life after years of not being there, and now your child is going to look after you because you are the one with the money. The mum isn't the one with the money. You are. And you're all there saying, well, now I pay all the full fees and now she wants me to pay for all of her other kids' fees. Sweetheart, you have the money. This wouldn't have not happened if you had decided to be in your child's life past weeks, past months, past years, but here you are. So as a man of the Lord, humble yourself, keep your mouth shut, and if you're not going to keep your mouth shut, open it to tell the truth. What we, the public, want, what we, the BNN nation and the BNN army want, we just want you to come out and be like, you know what? I denounced my daughter. I was wrong for posting her. I was even wrong for denouncing her, but I'm in my daughter's life. No, you decided that the first time you meet your daughter, you're going to record the whole experience. Basic. And as for no edges, guys, let me tell you something. The reason why I have a small problem with no edges is because she found her fame by lying on other people's names. She is a big clout chaser at 6'9", and she has repeatedly, time after time, just posted false stories after false stories, and that is how she's built her platform. And the difference between us and her is the fact that when we do things, receipts are there. And that is why a lot of these famous bloggers and these celebrities, that's why a lot of them don't like her. Because when we come for you, we come with receipts.
Also forgot to state that Eve Mungai, she is used by so many celebrities, Eric Omondi, KRG, Jaguar, Kabi, and guys, it's also rumored that her and Kabi are related. And she's done so many interviews with him before. And if you go into that YouTube video, the amount of backlash that Edgar Obare has gotten is astounding to me. I don't understand why this man is getting backlash for posting the truth.
See, in fact, when the news broke, he could have, Edgar Obare reached out to him. Nothing. Air, dust. Please, can someone please make it make sense? I'm looking for the sense, I can't find it. You are disgusting. You have manipulated your Christian audience into believing you, but we see right through you. And that is that on that. I hope you guys subscribe, like, share this video. You know what? I actually don't care if you subscribe. I just share this video. Share it, because the world needs to know what kind of man he is. I'm Kenya Fiona, and this has been BNNKE. Before I go, hold on, there are so many women out there who are going through this right now. Like, they've been a single mom, they've tried to get the father of their child to be in their child's life, then all of a sudden he decides to be in the child's life, and then the child sees him as a hero because all the child wants is a father, right? And I've never experienced this. I'm very lucky. My parents have been together since the day I was born, and they're still together. I have great role models, but my goodness, I have seen it. I've seen it with people, my friends. I've seen it online. I see it with rappers, and all of a sudden, the child starts to idolize the person who was not in their life, even though their mother is the one that carried them for 9 months. The mother is the one who was in the trenches, was in the trenches, like suffering. Do you understand what I mean? Suffering. There are women out there who suffer looking after their child. It doesn't matter whether she has a husband now and she has 2 other kids. Point of the matter is that her daughter for years knew who her dad was. Her dad denied her. And now the daughter is going to idolize you because you are on TV, because kids don't know no better. All they see is you are on TV. But my goodness, just do better, man. Again, this is Kenya Fiona for BNNKE.